एवरीवन, सो वेलकम टू नॉलेज विद नंदिनी। आज मैं आप लोगों को क्लास 9 की फिज़िक्स की एनसीईआरटी बुक की फर्स्ट चैप्टर मोशंस के इम्पोर्टेंट डेफिनेशंस देने जा रही हूँ। तो आई होप सो आपको समझ आए और ये आपके लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। प्लीज़ इसे पढ़ें, ये आपके पीरियोडिक टेस्ट में आ सकते हैं। तो विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम लेट्स सी हियर लेसन 1 मोशन। So, definition: motion. If the position of an object changes its position with respect to time is known as motion. It means one thing is kept in a place and it is in rest. Now this object will move here or this person will move here, so it will become in motion at the respective given time. You can understand by reading definition 2. If the position of an object changes its position with respect to time is known as motion. Now second, rest. If any object doesn't change their position with respect to time is called rest. Means now this explanation is opposite to the explanation of motion. Now rest is means one object is here. If it does not moves, means it will remain in rest, and if it moves, it will be in motion. Okay, do you get it? Now next, distance. When a particle goes from one place to another place by any path in a certain time is known as distance. Means if a particle, or you take the example of vehicle, if it moves from there to here, so you will get to know how much distance, how much kilometer it travels. Now in car only it shows there in meter that how much distance it travels, what was its certain time, that is known as distance. Now displacement. Now I have said you motion is opposite of rest and rest is opposite of motion, and now here distance is opposite of displacement and displacement is opposite of distance. So here displacement, when a particle goes from place to another place in proper direction with respect to time. Now see, it is opposite, it is also go in another place, means it travels, and so it's what is the actual height, means velocity, what is the actual velocity with respect to time, with the time it's as it shows. Now next, it is vector quantity, a quantity that has magnitude as well as direction. Vector quantity is which is magnitude and it shows the direction where it goes. Some of the examples you can take: force, acceleration, displacement, vector. Now second, it is opposite of vector quantity, scalar quantity. A quantity that has only magnitude is called scalar quantity. It means in this it has magnitude and direction, and scalar quantity only it has magnitude, means numeric, numeral, 12. Now mass, length, temperature, distance, time, density, speed, etc. are all examples of scalar quantity, means it can be measured in numbers. Now temperature is a number, distance is a number, volume is a number, density is a number, speed is a number. You can everything see in number. So this is known as scalar quantity. These are important questions. Next we will proceed here. Speed. Speed of an object that is moving is a quantity that tells us how fast the body is moving along any path. Means now here speed is here to show how it is moving with what quantity, tell us how much fast it moves. Means we calculate, as we calculate speed in distance by time. This formula we use in maths as well as in physics also. Now this all physics are you damn and see, it's not too hard, but if you will go front, if you will take physics, chemistry and bio, then it will be going to so hard. So if you will understand now, then from next class it will help you moreover and moreover. So next, proceed to other. Average speed, it is defined as a ratio of distance covered to the time interval Now this is defined as ratio, means it's so in ratio how much speed, how much average speed you have covered, total distance covered with full of total time. It shows, you can also understand it by its formula, and it's too important to learn each and every formula for a good understanding. So average speed is equal to total distance by total time. Okay, so thank you.